Today we're going to talk about attention heat maps. This is part 3 of Neuromarketing Secrets for E-commerce. If you haven't already watched part 1 and 2, make sure to check them out. We cover eye tracking, brain scans, and behavioral psychology. Here's how neuroscience is revolutionizing online sales. In part 2, we talked about how you can use heat maps to understand where people are looking on your site. But what does it mean when we see these heat maps? What do you do with this information once you have it? That's what we're going to talk about today. So, when we look at a heat map, there are 3 main things that we're looking for. The first is where people are looking on the page, on the site. The second is how long they're looking at something. And the third is what they're actually doing. Are they clicking? Are they purchasing? And so with that information, there's 3 main things that we can do. No. One is fixate. So this is where people are actually looking on the page. So you want to make sure that important information, calls to action, or anything else that you want somebody to look at is in one of the primary focus areas. Generally speaking, that's going to be upper left, upper right, lower left, and lower right. These are the 4 areas that people tend to look at first. The second thing you can do is you can use something called the gaze cascade. So once people have looked at that primary focus area, where do they look next? And it tends to be in a cascade from left to right. So you can actually predict what people are going to look at next based on where they're coming from and what is on the page. The third thing to look at is dwell time. So how long are people looking at something? Because if they're not looking at something long enough, it probably isn't clear enough. So, B, you need more contrast. Maybe you need bigger fonts. Maybe you need to rethink the layout just so that people have enough time to actually read and digest the information that's on the page. And then finally, you want to look at what people are actually doing. Are they clicking? Are they purchasing? If not, you might want to rethink your call to action or maybe the placement of certain items on the page. And that's really all there is to it. By understanding how people are interacting with your site, you can make small tweaks to increase sales. And that's the power of neuromarketing. If you want to learn more about e-commerce, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.